I was out the other day walking through the market square, and there were so many mothers sighing. Apparently the news had just come over. We had 7 years left to cry in. The guy on the news was actually weeping as he told us. He said the earth was really dying. For those of you who don't recognise those lyrics, they are stolen but slightly adapted from the David Bowie song, 5 Years.
Angus, I love you, but we only have 7 years to save the earth.
Christ, I better get on with it then. This week we're going to be talking about the New York climate clock. Well, the climate clock in general. Hi, I'm Angus, born-again cheesemaker, recovering stamp collector, bringing you through the toxic platform of social media my weekly video. And I think we need some clarity here. I've never been a stamp collector nor a cheesemaker, although cheese, I do love cheese, and it is probably one of the reasons why I will never become an actual vegan. But apart from that, I'm not a cheesemaker. But I am evangelistic about bringing to you, to share with you greenwashing, corporate greenwashing, and sometimes some great stories like today. So this week I'm going to be talking about the New York climate clock. Have you even heard of it? And if you have heard of it, do you think there should be one in every town and city in the world? Do you think Google should put it on the top of their search pages so we see it every day? Please do comment below if you have any thoughts on this at all. And if you do care about this stuff, please do subscribe to my channel, like my videos, share my videos. If you have visited Manhattan in the last 20 years, you may well have seen a huge art installation there. It's called the Metronome. And you've got, well, a huge metronome, you know what a metronome goes like. And then next to it is this 15-digit clock. Which used to tell the time, but now they've just converted it, or recently converted it, into, well, they don't like it to be called this, but a Doomsday Clock. And it's basically timing, it's counting down the years, months, days, minutes, until climate change becomes irreversible. A couple of guys actually got this thing going. A guy called Andrew Boyd and Gan Golan, unusual name. Anyway, its official name is the climate clock. As I say, what it does, it counts down how much time we've got left before climate change becomes irreversible. And you'll see actually at the bottom of the screen here, I've actually got the clock running while I'm doing this video. So let that sink in. It's actually not the first one. They actually put one in Oslo and they put one in Berlin last year, and now they've got this one in New York. I'm not even sure if it's still running. It was supposed to be a temporary thing. Hopefully it's still there. But I do think Google should put it on the top of their pages to remind us every time we go into a search actually how much time we've got left. There is a fair amount of science around this, and basically what the clock does, it adjusts depending on what we're doing. Like it probably during the first lockdown, the time would have been extended. So it is dynamic. If we do the right thing, we'll get more time. If we do the wrong thing, we'll get less time. So it's a dynamic thing. And 97% of the world's scientists believe this. The other 3% are basically CockWobbles.
Darling, am I a CockWobble?
Yes, darling, I'm sorry to tell you that just like Donald Trump, Boris Johnson and Jair Bolsonaro, you are a CockWobble.
So what the scientists are saying is if we actually go above 1.5 degrees higher than the temperature that we should be at the moment, then we are in serious trouble. We can't go back from that. And 1.5 degrees to a lot of us, probably to a lot of people watching this, probably sounds attractive. 1.5 degrees warmer. Who doesn't want that? I mean, I live in the UK. 1.5 degrees sounds pretty bloody good to me, but I'm telling you it's not. It would be catastrophic. You've only got to watch the David Attenborough documentary called A Life on Our Planet which in my opinion, everybody should be made to watch. I say everybody, that sounds terrible, dictatorial, but really they should show this in school. You should watch it, you really should watch it. We are facing catastrophe, and this clock is telling us, and it's reminding us every day. We all want to bury our heads in the sand, of course we do. Nobody wants to believe this is actually happening, but it is happening. And I know probably what most of you are thinking, which is what I thought up until a couple of years ago, is that this can't really be happening. Otherwise our leaders, you know, the CockWobbles, would be doing something about it. But it is happening. They're not listening to the scientists.
But what if it's a big hoax and we make the world a better place for nothing?
And for sure, some of them are waking up. I mean, our very own CockWobble, Boris Johnson. All credit where credit is due, Boris Johnson. He's made a couple of significant green announcements over the last month. Just one today on wind. Not that sort. So some of them are waking up. We all want to deny this. None of us want to believe this is happening. And while our leaders, the people we elect to make those hard decisions for us, are not acknowledging it, it's easy for us to brush it away and say, well, it's not really happening. But the other one I love is, well, what's the point in us doing anything if in China or Brazil or America or Russia, or insert your own favourite despot here, is not doing anything? Wake up, you fucking infants! This is not a playground. This is our planet. There is a link below in the description to show you where you can actually download an app, I think, to put it on your phone. There's also a widget so you can put it on your computer. But there's also, which is pretty amazing, instructions of how to build your own climate clock. I don't know why they don't like Doomsday. Perhaps it's just too heavy for most people. But anyway, there's actually instructions of how to build your own climate clock. You can also donate there, and you can use that to try and persuade your local government, council, city, town to get one of these clocks and put it up somewhere. We should all be looking at this clock every day. It's ticking down and it's terrifying. Greta Thunberg has actually got one of these clocks. They made her one. Although I don't think she's talking to me because of an earlier video. But apparently she has one. So this is pretty terrifying stuff. I mean, it really is pretty terrifying stuff. The clock is ticking and it's going the wrong way. Anyway, that's enough for this week. Next week, I'm going to be talking about Lacey, a big doc. I'll leave it there. I've been Angus. I actually still am Angus. If you care about this stuff, please do subscribe to my channel. It's free to do so. You can subscribe, you can like, you can comment. It'd be great to get your comments. You can share on Facebook, you can share on Twitter, you can share anywhere really. Please do share this if you care about this stuff. Let's get the message out there. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully you will see me again next week. Thank you so much, and goodbye.
Savior of the universe, Flash! Oh! He'll save every one of us, Flash! Oh! He's a miracle, Flash! Oh! King of the impossible.
What's the last line?
King of the impossible, for fuck's sake.
Flash! Oh! King of the impossible. Should I?